What's up? What's up? What's up? It's another wonderful Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? It is hot out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, but it's hot out there. You know, it's hotter than some people's breath out there. That's how hot it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people's breath be hot. You be like, ooh. Don't even whisper in my ear because they breath be so hot. That's how hot it is out there.
It is hot.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like a muggy hot.
It's like a ugh. Like it's
it.
like a don't run hot. If you run, you're gonna get icky.
I got in
So
my
you
car.
gotta
It
walk.
was extremely hot.
It was extremely hot.
hotter in the car than.
Ooh.
I was just like, why?
Right.
It's October.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm ready for a little bit of cool.
Right. It's supposed to be a little bit of cool, so when the kids go out with the Halloween costumes, they don't overheat. You know what I'm saying?
If we keep this up, they're gonna be hot.
Yeah.
They'll enjoy it though.
Yeah. The candy might melt in their bags though if it stay like this, because this is the type where the candy melt. You know what I mean? The candy where the melt in there, like you know.
It's 80s.
I know, right? Is it one more day? I think it's just today is the last day, or is it?
I don't know.
Let's check it out. Let's see. Let's see. I think today might be the last day, or it might be. You know,
it's doing a little.
Oh man!
But I'm enjoying it because once it get cold though.
70. So tomorrow's supposed to be 70 with a chance of rain, and then it's supposed to go to in the lows, in the high 60s, high 50s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's cooling down.
Yeah.
Enjoy the warm weather because once it get cold.
It's gonna get cold. It's gonna get cold.
I'm about to give me an Uber.
Yeah. Ooh.
When it starts snowing.
Oh, really? That's how you do? Hey, look, it's your man Sway Covington right here, the wonderful, beautiful Alpha. You know what I'm saying? Right here on the Sway Covington Show. The best thing on the planet, baby. Yeah. So you talking about getting an Uber in the because you don't want to drive in the snow?
Me and snow are not friends.
Wow. I never thought about that though.
I might need to call me a ride or something.
You ride with the Uber?
I would.
Kind
of, sort of. It depends.
You thought about it.
I'm thinking about it.
You might not do it.
I might not.
Yeah, you might do it. You be like, how many inches of snow? 5 minutes away. Y'all get y'all stuff ready. You only got 5 minutes. The Uber coming. The Ubers. or the Lyft.
Like somebody.
Lyft or Uber, which one you like? It depends.
I don't really use either one, so whoever coming.
I've used them to go to the airport. They was all right until one day, right? One day, this one morning, I'm getting ready to catch a flight out.
Right.
I called the Uber. Why did the Uber was rushing with those jogging suits they be wearing like Putin had? He had a couple rings on. And so, what are you going? I was like, airport? Okay, let's go. I was like, man, am I about to be kidnapped? What they about to do, man?
On it.
I'm looking around, make sure it wasn't no other cars gonna pull up on the side and cut us off because maybe he owed somebody some money or something. And you know the Russian mob was coming for him, and I'm like, man, like what?
Right.
Yeah, okay then, I suppose so. But we got to the airport. The car had every light on possible. The engine light, the check seatbelt light. He had,
but he got you there though.
He had the no deodorant light on. He had the,
don't come up in here funky. Period.
Yeah, I was like, oh no. He had the bubblegum light on, and he was chewing some big red or something. I was like, man. That was like the only time I was like really nervous riding in an Uber though.
He got you there though.
Yeah,
were you on time?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you made your flight.
Yeah, but I was still nervous.
You was scared, yeah.
I was still nervous.
Like,
I ain't
know.
know.
Like a bat out of hell. What happened? Who we running from? Don't tell me.
Yeah, they're like, come on and get in the car. Where are you going? I was like, airport? I don't know. You don't owe nobody no money, do you, Christoph? Let me at least see your fingers, man. See if you're missing a finger over there.
Right.
Yeah. So, this week, we told you last week was to talk about business and finance and everything and running a business. So this week's word is actually two words, is financial literacy.
Okay.
The literal definition of financial literacy is understanding the topic of money. Okay? Financial literacy represents one area of financial wellness. However, it takes more than financial literacy to make a meaningful difference in people's lives. It takes a focus on behaviors, systems, sentiment, and making regular adjustments based on outcomes. Financial literacy helps improve a person's confidence, sentiment, and may help them make better decisions. However, financial literacy alone does not guarantee financial security.
No.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, financial literacy is today's word.
Financial literacy.
Right. Because you hear a lot of these words spoken by different people that you deal with money, accountants, stock market people, financial advisors, and a lot of people will hear these words and not really know what they mean, and just be like, yeah. They'll just say, yeah, okay, yeah. No, you don't. You don't understand it.
Yeah.
If you don't understand it, you need to get the definition of it. Hey, look, don't be afraid to say you don't know.
Yeah.
Because the way people get over on you a lot of times is because you don't ask.
Yeah, you don't
and
ask
you
the
won't
questions,
say anything.
Important questions.
So it's very important for you to ask these questions in business to help your financial literacy.
Absolutely.
Literacy or literacy?
Literacy.
Literally, like batteries.
Literacy.
Like some batteries.
No.
Rich on over there and give me them batteries.
Them batteries.
Literacy.
That battery.
That boy got some financial literacy.
Financial literacy is very important.
Right, it is. It's very important.
That's why a lot of people don't have money nowadays, because of lack of financial literacy.
That is true. They say that is one of the reasons why black businesses have problems, because they don't have that financial literacy as they should. A lot of people run a business and open up the business off what they think they know and what somebody else has told them, as opposed to going to get the correct information and do it the right way.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And the information is out there now. It's so much easier now to access that information than it was even 20 years ago or so. Like
20 years ago.
Yeah, because you got YouTube. Oh my God, YouTube University. I mean, everybody's talking about. A lot of people talking about financial literacy, and they're talking about ways to invest and make money and retirement funds and
retirement
the
funds.
whole thing, because a lot of people don't know that it's more than just the 401k out here.
Yeah, they don't understand that. And they said, why do most black-owned businesses fail? One of them is insufficient funds.
Yes.
It says, in order to stay in business, your startup capital should cover your business for at least 12 to 18 months after opening.
Yeah, that's what you would like for it to be. But a lot of times we start businesses without the capital, right? To have hanging over us to protect us. We kind of start with what we got. We start from the bottom. We bootstrapping.
Right, bootstrapping.
So when you bootstrapping, you ain't starting with no money. You starting with the least bit you have, because you just on go. Like, I'm gonna make this work. So you don't have all the information, but as you go, if you're not smart to go and obtain the information, then as quick as you started it, the quickest you're gonna lose it.
Right, you have to, you got to plan it a little bit more. Some people say you need to just jump out there, but you can't just jump out there without a plan. If you want to do your business, make sure you have a plan so that you can afford the business, right? They say even before the pandemic, 8 out of every 10 black businesses failed within the first 18 months. The U.S. Census data shows 58% of black business owners describe the health of their business as at risk or distressed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
You agree with that?
I do, because again, we starting out, especially in the black community, we're starting out from the bottom. Most of us don't have somebody over like, hey, I can help you invest in bringing that capital to help you get it started. So you got to start from the beginning with nothing, with the idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you may take like $100 or so, if that's what you got. That's all you got from your check or whatever, and start investing in your dream.
Right, you got to invest in your dream.
You start investing in your dream, but everybody don't get them lump sums to come in and help and hold them over.
That's true.
And then you have to know what to do with them lump sums when you get them.
And I think that's the next deal.
Yeah, knowing what to do, because you can have the money, but no idea of where to even start. So you haven't even done your research ahead of time on your business to even know what you need to acquire to help run it, even to even get it started, even at the smallest,
right.
Amount of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So financial literacy is very, very important.
Yeah, it is very important. And also a lot of people I know a lot of black businesses, they don't have a real plan,
Nope.
a real definition of a plan. Mm-mm. Because a lot of black businesses don't pull from communities. Other cultures pull from their communities, right? But they have a business plan, a business model, something to sit down and discuss and show what the profits and the loss are, what your operating costs are. And a lot of businesses don't have that. I have a lot of friends who want to do different things, and if you ask them for a business plan and sit down and say, well, let's talk about it. Tell me what your setup look like. You're like, what's your daily cost or your monthly cost? And they can't tell you that. And then they get mad when you ask for that.
Because they don't know how to create that. So they're mad because they don't have the knowledge for it. I started my business. I did not have a business plan. But before I started my business, I was doing research on what I needed. I knew what equipment was necessary. I knew what ingredients I wanted to go for. I knew the price range of what they would cost me. I didn't know how to put a business plan together.
Okay.
I heard everybody say, you got to have business. I don't know how to do that because I didn't learn that in school.
Right.
I didn't know how to do with the structure. I went and found a few templates, but when I did go to school this past February, and I just graduated in June.
Oh, yay! You graduated.
From Joseph Business School.
Joseph Business School.
But what I learned in there, I would have never learned on my own.
You would have never learned on your own?
I would have never got it. I would have never understood it. I had no clue even what was entailed in it was necessary. You get what I'm saying? So we're not taught that in school. No. Growing up, we're not taught how to run a business. We're not taught how to build a business plan. We ain't taught none of that. So, and then if you grew up in a household where your parents went and worked every day on a job, they don't have a clue. They can't help you. So you can't pull from them.
No, you can't.
If their grandma had a job and she worked for the plants and everybody, you can't pull from grandma. There's nobody to pull from.
To get that information.
And then those who do have the information, they're going to charge you for that information.
They stingy with the information.
Our community is not friendly in that sense. A lot of them. Some are, but they're hard to find.
Stop being stingy with the information and telling people. Share it.
Because for them, they said, I had to work for this. So you need to go do the same.
Right. Wow. Well, I mean, yes and no. Yeah. I really don't know how to really. I mean, yes, I understand you got to get it yourself. And, a lot of times giving that information out make it easy for people, and they take advantage of it and don't do everything. You get some people, you give them a little bit of information, they'll run with it and then try to, take off and do things. And then at the end of the day, they didn't sit there and listen to everything.
They still failed.
Right. But then they'll go to a school and listen to everything. Maybe it's the fact that there's money being spent, or I don't know what it is. But yeah, right. It is like that. And then when they do share it, you don't take all of the information that you should have taken with you in order to be successful. I mean, but then it determines what level of success are you looking for.
Yeah. And how far are you willing to go? Where's your business? What is the goal for the business? Like what's the end game here?
Right. And you know what? A lot of people can't tell you that. You know what and you know what they say? I make a lot of money. You're like, really?
Yeah, it's not about just making money. Like, what is the purpose of your business? Like, what are you? Yeah,
what type of service are you
helping somebody? Are you changing the community? You know what I'm saying? Is this to bring something new to the community? You know what I'm saying? That nobody even heard of that can benefit. Like, what are you bringing to the table? What is it?
What are you bringing to the table?
Yeah,
not just to eat though.
Yeah, not just to eat.
Yeah, not just spaghetti and fried chicken.
Our purpose is not just to eat. Of course, our purpose ain't just to sit here and eat food. Our purpose is to be something and to produce something and to bring something into the community, into the world.
Something into the world, right? Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
Absolutely, it's a reason for it. He God to give you a passion for it. Like he told me to start my business, I didn't have a dime.
Okay.
I had no money. I wasn't working. I wasn't doing anything. I had nothing. And he woke me up one morning and said, "You're going to start this company. It's going to be called Alpha and Omega Naturals. And no, it's not about you and your daughter. It's about me." I said, oh, okay, I got it. And I woke up and said, well, Lord, I don't even have a product. Well, what are we making? What are we doing?
So what are we doing here? What are we doing
I'm
here?
down for
okay,
it.
I got you. I heard what you said, but what's the next move here?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm down for it.
Show me what to do. Right.
I'll
mix it, but give me the ingredients.
I was mixing teas and herbs and things, but I didn't have a solid product. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
and I have been learning natural hair. He was showing it. He taught me it.
Okay.
He made me relearn hair. I had to stop doing regular hair. I call it regular hair.
Hair.
Because natural hair, it's like it's two different worlds.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like two different worlds. When you do the regular, well, back then they was doing perms and now they doing weaves and wigs and braids and all of that stuff. Outside of that,
braid wigs. They got braid wigs.
They get some of everything. Okay,
but
we grew up.
Are you watching the station? You watching the station, baby. You watching the Sway Covington Show, the best thing on the planet, baby. Live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Right? So right now, we're talking about businesses, growing businesses, starting businesses, businesses being self-sustaining and being profitable, right? Yes. A lot of times people don't prepare and understand what self-sustaining means, when a business. Some people go into business just to make enough money, or they think that they're leaving their job to start a business, but now you're working for your business. So all you did was create another job for yourself.
Yeah,
right. A lot of people don't realize that, but they're like, I'm working for myself. I got a business. Yeah, no, you're not really working for, you know what I'm saying? If you was going to work, you might as well have stayed at a job, because all of your expenditures that's coming is about, you know what I'm saying?
It's taking care of that business.
You have to pay all that out now.
You do.
You know what I mean?
But in the beginning, with anything, you got to sacrifice something, and that, so it's knowing how to scale up, right, and knowing how to
scale up,
bring in the help and be willing, because some people ain't even willing to bring in help.
They don't want to bring in people to help them out.
I know, for me and Alpha and Omega Naturals, baby, she needs some help. Okay, I need help today.
Need some employees.
But I'm going to need help in order to scale this where it's supposed to go. Right. Okay. But there are some people who's gatekeeping their own business, right? They blocking their own way because you can't do it by yourself. You cannot do it all by yourself.
No.
But again, it all depends on what your goal is for the business.
Right.
If it's a one-man show, it's a one-man show. But some businesses, like what I have going on, this is not a one-man show, honey. We need a whole team. Okay.
So okay, so that'll work then. So you need help, so what do you structure that now? To hire 3 employees, 4 employees? Like what does that look like? Because some people don't even factor that in on hiring their employees, and then factoring in how much you're gonna pay them, how many hours a week that you want them to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why right now I had to do everything myself, because I didn't have the capital to pay employees, right? But it's like you don't have the money to pay the employees, but you need the employees to generate the money. Right. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm sitting at right now. I'm just going, okay, I got to figure out how to make this make sense, because I have a thing where I don't want to work nobody and I can't pay them. Right. Even if they're willing to go with me, you know what I'm saying, without the money for a couple weeks or so until we can do whatever to generate, that's cool. But it's hard. But people need money. Yeah, right. People need their money. For you to come work for me, I want to be able to give you something. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It don't even sit well with me. Right, I understand that. So I have to figure out the plan. I need to figure out, okay, if there's some grants I can go get, is there some loans I can go get that I can use as that money that I can, as working capital. Right. So that I can hire in somebody, at least one person or two, right? I really only, at this point, 1 or 2 people would benefit me. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
1 or 2 people?
1 or 2 people will help me benefit, because I need to give somebody else this whole market. Y'all go over there and do that social media, because I can't do this. Okay? Anybody, listen, any social media experts out there, okay? Listen, I'm busy. Okay, I'm busy. I got a lot going on.
But a lot of people did too. They create this business and then they claim a loss every year, because you could claim a loss for so many years, right? But then they forget the fact that they want to try to purchase items through their company. They want to buy a
write-offs.
car through your company,
Through
but you're
write-offs.
not going to be able to do it because your company is not showing a profit. If your company doesn't show a profit, how you expect to get a loan if you're not bringing no money in? They're not going to give you any money if you can't show profit. So people, you got to understand that, you know what? You want to claim the loss because they can write everything off. Oh, it's a business. Okay, well, that's cool. But if you're trying to purchase some items, if you're trying to get your
Anything
company
of
to
those
buy
you can't do it.
a building, a car, equipment, and some other stuff, they're not going to do it because you're not showing any type of profit.
They want to know that you can.
They
that you
right.
Can pay
They want to know.
bills.
Yeah, you can pay these
Can
bills.
you pay these bills?
It's almost like an individual. You know what I'm saying? The credit card company not gonna really give you no credit if you don't have no job. If you don't have a job, they go, why are we gonna pay you?
I'm not gonna give you this money for you to.
Right.
No.
So when y'all ready to boss up, right, and turn your company into a real company, and you trying to get these $100,000 loans, these $50,000 loans, your company has to show some profits, right?
Yep.
Your company has to show some paperwork. They need a paper trail, right?
Absolutely.
So even with a loan that they over the internet, they keep talking about a loan without collateral or a no documented loan or whatever.
I heard about those.
Yeah, that don't really exist. And then there's still qualifications that you have to meet, and there is paperwork that you have to show.
Yeah.
They present. It's not just, oh, I got my EIN and I got my DBA and I'm ready to get this
You
money.
don't even have an LLC.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
Like,
you got to get the
gotta
LLC.
Have,
You got to. Yeah, it's a lot of different.
You gotta have all
Yeah.
your articles when you even opening a bank account. They want to see your paperwork. I just opened up reopened a bank account, a business bank account at Michigan.
She reopened an account.
At Michigan First Credit Union.
Them brought $4.
I give you $4. So I went in there. I had a binder, right?
Right.
Because I'm like, I don't know what you're looking for, but I got it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got all my paperwork, and I keep my business stuff together because, listen, you can't mix your personal and your business together.
No, you can't.
And you need that paperwork on deck when it's needed. And you need to be able to provide it. You need to know where to go get it.
Right.
So being organized is another very important factor when it comes to your business. Because, don't even get me started on that whole tax accounting thing and listen. Y'all better make sure y'all got some accountants.
You need an accountant.
You need an accountant for that.
CPA.
CPA. You need that because this year for my taxes, okay?
Okay.
I was not able to sync my Michigan First with my accountant dashboard, my bookkeeping dashboard.
Okay.
When I tell you that was a freaking nightmare, having to go and calculate all of that stuff over the year. No, don't do that to yourself. Make sure when you start the company, you get you some bookkeeping software that can keep track of all of your spending. So when that accountant come and asks you for your business information, you have that. If you don't have that, baby, you gonna be upset with yourself in the world. Because that's a whole lot of trying to go back to back in the day to go figure out, well, how much did I spend? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Which account was that out of? Hold on, wait, was that business or was that personal?
Right.
It's doing too much.
It is doing too much.
That's a whole lot. It takes a lot of time. And I had to sit there and do that this year. And I was not happy about it because, I'm paying y'all for this. But the bank decided to stop third-party syncing.
Oh.
And I didn't know, so all year I'm like, we'll sync it. I kept trying, it wasn't working, and they kept saying, oh, we gonna work on it, and eventually they said, oh no, we don't do that no more. What you? What?
Yeah, hold up.
Hold on. What? No. No. This ain't what I want to hear. Yeah, no.
Right.
So I'm actually in the process of trying to figure out possibly another bookkeeping service.
Oh, so you wasn't using QuickBooks?
No, I wasn't using QuickBooks.
So you got a bunch of different software out there. QuickBooks is like well known. A lot of people use QuickBooks, but you don't have to use QuickBooks. But just everybody knows about it as opposed to. I
think Michigan First, it's either Xero or QuickBooks. They only allow one of them.
Only on one. So that means check with your financial
Check with your bank and see what they sync with.
Financial institution.
Yeah.
To see what links with what. Because you need
a
a business bank account, right?
You
need to show money coming in and you need to show the money coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the year with your taxes, and then you let your a tax preparer, your CPA, a certified public accountant, that's a CPA. So for everybody who didn't know, you can find one of those.
Yeah, and another thing if you have a website, a store on e-commerce, also you're gonna want to use a company that can sync with your store as well, because that helps catch all them extra write-offs.
Oh, okay.
That's coming in, right? Because like
Okay.
where I'm at right now, they don't integrate with my store.
They don't
So I'm in the process
switching stores.
trying to not switching stores, but
Switching.
bookkeeping.
Oh, the bookkeeping. So
Yeah, I'm
everything
trying to
syncs
figure
together.
out. I need everything in one place.
Right. Okay.
Catch everything,
Okay.
because you end up missing your write-offs. Because you'll calculate, I pay them monthly, but it's other little fees that's being taken out. Right, you got your shipping fees, you have your processing fees that's being calculated and everything, but you're not catching all of that. You don't always catch that, right? So there's a bunch of other little things that those, if you get the right type of software, that can catch it. So knowing what type of business you have and what is needed for that business. Yeah, so it's a lot to it. Goes, it's like a little rabbit hole. Like you go down that thing, you going.
and then you might want to start. Another thing is you might want to start paying yourself. Find a payroll service and pay yourself a hourly rate. You know what I mean? That'll help you on both ends. Help you file your own personal taxes, as well as you file the company taxes as well. I mean, this is just stuff that a lot of people don't do and not aware of.
They don't do.
You know what I mean?
And then they have to figure out what type of structure is your company. You know what I'm saying? Are you an LLC? Are you an S corp? Are you a corporation?
Right.
Are you a sole
LLC, limited
proprietorship? What are you
liability.
doing?
Right, the sole proprietorship. That's something to think about as well. Because in a lot of situations,
what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the definition and information on there for all of it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Google.
Yeah, Google. A
Google
lot
it.
of people Google. A lot of people Google.
Absolutely.
Let's Google S corp. Right. Let's see the definition of an S corp. What are you? Are you an S corp?
I'm an S corp.
You an escort?
S corp.
Escort? What are you?
Don't you start with me. Don't you start with me today. Not today.
All right, so we say that. So the definition of S corporation for the United States federal income tax is a closely held corporation that makes a valid election to be taxed under subchapter S of chapter 1 of the Internal Revenue Code. In general, S corporations do not pay any income tax.
It passes through to your personal.
Let's see LLC. Let's look that up at LLC. A lot of people don't know what that is, and we can, let's
Yeah, an S corp is a tax classification. So I have an LLC with is taxed as an S corp.
You said it's taxed as an escort?
Shut up.
LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, which means its members are not personally liable for the company's debts. LLCs are taxed as a pass-through basis. All profits and losses are filed through the members' personal tax return. Generally, LLCs are required to pay a one-time filing fee as well as an annual fee, right?
You pay your annual fees.
Right, so you file
You're doing
taxes
something but a loan.
through the member's personal tax return, right? So that's what the LLC is. So yeah, you want to, think about where you want to go and how you want to do your business as an LLC, because a lot of people around out here say I'm an LLC, but they don't really know what the definition of it is, and they don't really know what it means.
Yeah, there's protections when you have a limited liability.
Right.
company
Yeah.
That can protect you from lawsuits and different types of negative events. Whereas a sole proprietor doesn't have the same protections.
Right. So another definition of it is limited liability is a business structure that offers limited liability protection and pass-through taxation. As with corporations, the LLC legally exists as a separate entity from its owners. Therefore, owners cannot typically be held personally responsible for the business debts and the liabilities. So, there's things that you have to look and take into consideration when you're starting your company. I mean, you have access. I mean, starting limited liability is like, $65? You can go start the company there. Then you call for free. You get your EIN for free. So if anybody try to charge you
Right.
For your EIN,
They doing too much.
They doing way too much. You know what I'm saying? Because the EIN is free. You should not have to pay for your EIN.
I just was on the phone with the IRS yesterday. I had to get my EIN for my sole proprietorship that I had started years ago.
Okay.
So I needed it for my insurance stuff to set up my phone system or whatever.
Right.
And so I ended up registering my name as my sole proprietorship with my EIN number.
Okay.
And it was free. I didn't have to pay for that.
But you got to watch it because you got a lot of these websites that
yes, because when you go on there and
right.
you don't type in irs.gov, there are the other websites are first.
Right, because they're pay
first
for
on Google.
That search to be into that search.
So
like
you got to go down a little bit because I had to, had to. Because if I didn't, if I wasn't prompted by a coworker of mine, he did a video on how to we're setting up our phones for Medicare and insurance and stuff.
Okay.
If I would probably wouldn't have been paying attention. I probably would have clicked on the first one. But he was like, "Don't click on these right here. Click on, go down a few more, and there it is, the
right?
One, yeah.
Right.
I was like, "Oh, right, thank you."
Yeah, so you got to be careful on that because they'll try to get you.
Even with trademarking.
Trademarking.
Yeah, because trademarking, you get caught up in those other third-party trademark.
We can do this for you, and they charge you a whole lot of money. So I was looking at one site, and it was like, we can get your LLC and your EIN for $250. I'm like, why would I pay $250 when it's only $65 to get my LLC, and then it's free to get my EIN?
Now, I did in the beginning because I didn't have no clue, and I didn't want to mess up nothing. Okay, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, and my cousin was pushing me like, "Go and get it, go." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get it," but I don't know what I'm doing. So because I don't know what I'm doing, I paid for a company to set up my stuff, and I was not mad. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, I had no clue what the heck I was doing, and I didn't want to mess up and have to redo nothing. Because he kept sending me to, back in the day, I went to downtown to handle my business. So this was in COVID, so everything was online.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know where. He kept sending me to Laura, and I'm like, Laura is confusing. It's all I'll get. I don't know where I'm at. I think I eventually found it. But I'm like, but I know that with what I'm doing, I need certain licenses. Like, what do I need? I need to know more. And I couldn't really get the information that I was looking for there. So I was like, listen, I'm just going to pay them to y'all handle it. Because call me when it's ready. Right. Because I didn't know. Right.
Right.
But I do recommend.
Okay.
If you're going the trademark route. Okay. Because you need attorneys on top of that.
Right. You do need attorneys for trademarking.
I do recommend you getting help with that. Don't try that one by yourself.
Yeah, you do need an attorney to get your trademark.
Yeah,
if you're trying to trademark something, a picture, or try to get a patent, you need a patent lawyer, which is true. You need a patent lawyer. I mean, you can file it for yourself, but there's other little legalities that you may miss. You're going to miss with that trademark. So that one I do not recommend you if you don't know nothing about business. Okay.
If you're not already, you know what I'm saying, aware of what's going on, then don't do that to yourself.
Don't do that.
Because you're going to spend way more money trying to redo it and fix the errors.
Right. And
then you're going to have to go get a lawyer to help you fix it.
Right. Because you don't have that money at all in the first place. Right.
So I paid because I let the other company do my LLC, I was able to get a little discount on my trademark.
Okay.
So I just called them, hey, listen, I need a trademark. Here's the deposit, whatever it is, and they make you pay the other fee later. Right. Like I'm right now, I got another trademark in holding right now because I need to pay the other little part that I've been slow about. But yeah, it just wasn't. A lot of things was in the way, but it's there, right? But I got the one done. We got one in the work. One is finished.
One and done. Okay.
We're one and done.
You're working on the next one.
I'm working on the next.
So was it hard trying to get that, or just time consuming, or what is the process? The process. The you can say that after we get the station ID though.
Yeah.
You're watching the Sway Cover the Show, the best thing on the planet, baby. Live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. So, you know what I mean? So you was telling me about how the process was. Was it hard? How was it trying to get that done So when you initially reached out, did they tell you needed anything extra than what you had, or
No.
did they say what?
I had everything.
Okay.
Because I had already started the company. I had already, product was already set up, bottles was labeled, everything was done. So it was a matter of the paperwork, paying the fee and the paperwork. They did the paperwork. It took like 6 to 8 months for them to tell me what the next steps was. We found out that I had a competition. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I had to go through that part. My lawyer dropped off. I had to get a whole new. It was a 2-year process.
A 2-year process.
I had to get a whole new lawyer. They had to go in there and find the errors, fix it. I had to sign off on everything again, and then wait that time frame before it to go through the rest of the process.
Okay. So I mean, the best thing to do for copyright is to get a lawyer, and then you just have to go through the process of getting it done. Just have to wait to the process. And
copyright, yeah. I've never done a copyright. I've only done the trademark. My brother did
a trademark.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the difference between a copyright and a trademark?
Trademark is for like product and companies. Like copyright is for like books and publishing and stuff like that. So
and then what you did was
a trademark.
Trademark, which is what?
So the trademark protects the my product, protects my name.
Okay.
Protects my name so no one else can use my name.
Right.
And anything that's under my trademark, like my ingredients and everything, falls under that trademark. It's protected.
Also, everything is protected under the trademark.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't have to get a patent on my formulas.
No, because it falls under the trademark.
The trademark still protects everything.
So yeah, you guys hear that? There's a little bit of information for you. You get a trademark, all your chemical and your ingredients fall under that trademark. The whole process, right?
Yeah, there's categories of trademarks.
There's
right?
categories of trademarks.
Yeah,
so that's something to look into.
Yeah, I couldn't do merchandise under my trademark because it's already people using that name for that merchandise. For like clothing, rather.
But why would you get a trademark?
What do you mean?
Like, why would you get a trademark?
To protect your name and to protect what's like I got on
protecting it. Are you protecting from what? What are you protecting yourself from?
Someone else cannot take the name and use it.
Okay.
In the same fashion I'm using it in.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want nobody saying, "Oh, I'm A&O Alpha and Omega Naturals." No, you're not. I own that. You know, where the company owns it.
Right. So
you can own it personally, or you can have the company own it. I had the company.
So the company. So you got an escort, and the escort owns the trademark to your hair care products. Interesting. And why did you choose to have the company own the trademark as opposed to yourself?
It was presented to me by the lawyers when I first did it. If ever you got sued, they couldn't take my name. They sued me. They couldn't take the name. It belongs. Yeah, it belongs to the company.
Okay. Also, personally, if they sued you personally, they can't take the name because the company owns the name.
The company owns the name. So it's the company. So that trademark is protected under those limited liabilities.
Okay.
Whereas personally, I don't have no limited liabilities on my name. You get what I'm saying? On me, it's on that company. So that company is protecting that trademark.
So the best thing to do is get your trademark or copyright and have the company own it, which protects you as an individual. Right. See, and a lot of people don't understand that the company is there to protect the individual. A lot of people just want to go and start a company and think they get the tax breaks, and then they want to go purchase a bunch of items, and then be like, it's in my company name. But they don't realize that just because you see all this stuff on social media that's telling you to go and start a company and it's an LLC, and they're not telling you all the game. They want to tell you that the game is to be sold and not told. But right here on the Wjzz Cool Show, we're gonna give you a business education every Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month. Right? Is that what we're gonna do? Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that for you because we care about you. We love you, and we want everybody to reach their level of success that they have defined for themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we want you to reach that level and possibly go higher.
And go higher.
Yeah.
And what you guys can do is comment down below your businesses, what the name of your companies are, how are you taxed? Are you an S corp? Are you a corp? Are you just an LLC? Like what is your business and who are you? Let us know what you got going on. Right.
You can let us know. I know we're gonna say this. We always get so deep in the conversation, but we're gonna start opening up the phone lines start next week. We'll open up those phone lines at about 5:30. You can start calling in. with your comments. I mean, if somebody's out there now watching the show, you wanna call in, you're more than welcome to. The number might be on the screen and it might not. I don't know. But the number is 313-355-6018. So if it's not on there, the number is 313-355-6018. If you're going to call in, you got any comments about business, running a business, starting up a business, sustaining a business, please call in and give your comments. You know what I'm saying? We here to talk about it, chop it up, because that's what we do. We want to make sure that we try to provide the information for people to be successful, to accomplish their goals, whatever they might be. As long as you're not trying to be a terrorist or something, then,
please.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I help you out, but if you're talking about, you try to take down some buildings or something, I can't do nothing for you, man, But yeah, and that's what we're here for. That's the Sway part of the Sway Coverage Show is what we're about. We're about helping out the community. We're about helping people accomplish their goals the best way we can, provide information, give you a good laugh through the course of the day, and help you to understand the process. There's a lot of information out here that people don't understand and it needs to be processed. We try to help you process that information and make the right choices, because it's a lot of different options you have out here.
It is. And
these options can be confusing. It can be stressful. It can be, downright depressing. But, we're here to provide that service to help you look through those options. Some of those options you don't even need to take. Some of those options not even there for you to take at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to look at those options. You can look at them and say, okay, I know they exist, but that's not where I'm going, So you don't have to go over every option. You get the information that you need and say, okay, well, this is not for me. This is not for me. And it helps bring that stress level down of you worrying and trying to accomplish that goal.
Yeah, because that's a big feat. It's big, and you have God give you passions, and He intend on you delivering on them and bringing them forth, right?
Yeah.
And to act on that. And
you gotta act on
if you go ahead and do what God has placed in your heart to do, then you're meeting your purpose, and if you do what He gave you, He's going to see to it that you succeed in it.
All the time.
And you'll have a much happier life.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to go through the struggle because you have to learn. There's obstacles in learning new things that you have to get over.
Right.
You have to get over. Like I'm going through it myself. There's a lot. I'm like, oh my God, what's next? What don't I already have?
What do I have? What do you need?
What do I need now? Step? And what's there's areas of business that I still don't know, but I do have a lot of resources. But I haven't even.
You just said that, and going going to school and getting that degree and accomplishing that goal. How much more information, or how much further did it push you towards your goal? Because some people will be like, well, I don't need school. I don't know. At some point, you need some type of education to take you further, especially if you don't grow up in a household where they're showing you and explaining you how the business works and how the business moves. And you really said something real serious, because when I started my company, all my mother could tell me was, you need to get a job, you need a pension, you need to get a pension.
That's all my
You need
dad
to work
talked
for
about.
somebody
That's all
somewhere.
My dad talked about.
And like you said, when it came to running my own business, the conversation was short. She couldn't tell me.
She couldn't give it to you.
And couldn't give it to me.
They don't have it.
They don't, because they don't know.
You can't be mad at it.
I couldn't get. At first, I did. I was frustrated with her. Was like, what do you mean? This is what I'm doing. And she was like, nah, well, you're okay, but you need to get a job. You need to work for somebody.
Because they're looking at the security aspect.
There's a security aspect.
You don't have the security. But when you having a business, you still got to have you a little side hustle. You still need a little job.
No. The business is supposed to be the side hustle.
It is, but when you first starting, you don't always have the money to be able to take care of you and this business.
Well, that's why, I said earlier, the statistic says that you need to have 12 to 18 months after the business starts.
It's not always feasible
in
the beginning.
Well,
right?
Is it really? I mean, not necessarily. It depends. No, you should start planning that. You know what I'm saying? What's to say you plan to fail? You don't. I can't even get it out. It's so.
Listen, I started. Luckily, COVID came and provided me the finances.
If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So that's the whole key right there.
Yeah. So I took the money that I was getting for COVID, during COVID, and I invested all that money in buying what I needed, so that way
Right.
I could just work. I had all my ingredients, I had my lab equipment, I have all of my stuff. So now at a time like this, where it's time for me to have to transition from where I've started,
Right.
I got everything. We just gonna uproot and go, and I can keep moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I
Right.
can get whatever needed in this new location. But I bought everything ahead of time, up front.
Okay.
Because I had the money to do it at the time. I'm like, let me just get what I need to get. And that's what God was putting on me, like, go on and get it. Because I was like, when do I buy it? Do I need to wait? I don't want to mess up. No, go. You got to go get it. Go get what you need. I gave you the list. Go get what you need.
Get what you need. Yeah.
Yeah, and it turned out that worked for me.
Right.
That worked for me because I ended up having to go through a whole divorce.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when
That's
everything
for another
changed.
show.
That's a whole other show. But everything changed, but I had what I needed.
The divorce of Alpha.
But I had what I needed
Right.
to keep this business going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, so people, don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to discourage you, but I just want you to be prepared, and I want you to be successful at what you do. So don't take it as, oh man, I got to worry about this, I got to worry about that. No, those are things that you need to take into consideration in order for your business to run. Your operating costs, how much it's going to cost for your business to run day to day or month to month. This is something that you need so you can plan a budget. If you don't have a budget, if you don't have a budget, how can you plan for 12 to 18 months ahead to have the type of money you need if you don't even know what your operating cost is? And your operating costs mean the things that you need, that you have to spend on your company
Marketing
day to day. Marketing, products, like you say, for bottles, spray bottles.
Oh, yeah.
All these are costs.
Ingredients, individual ingredients.
I mean, just break it all down, and it's necessary, And even if it's not for, hair care products, it could be for, you want to do film, you want to do videos. You have to take into consideration, you got to buy equipment. This is operating costs.
You got to buy
charging
software.
the batteries.
You got
to software, right? And you shouldn't have to pay that out of your pocket. But if you do, the company should pay you back, right? And then you make that money back. You invest in yourself, you invest in your company, and then that money pays you back. For instance, if you're doing photography, you buy a drone. Now when you buy the drone, you charge for the drone, right?
Exactly.
And then when you charge for the drone, you always have to put in repair costs of the drone. In case the wind take it out, you may have to replace it. You got to get the warranty.
Sure you get some warranties.
You know what I'm saying? These are things that people don't think about when they buy the products.
They just go
buy
it, and
they
it's
just
like,
buy
but is
it.
that thing protected?
Right? Is it protected? Hey, look, you about to use this outside. A good drone will run you $1,000 or better. A good quality
might
drone.
end up over in the river.
It may. You need insurance. It
do?
may crash. The wind may take it.
Yes.
And then if you don't have that warranty, now you got to pay to get that repair.
That happened. So my ex-husband wanted he was into drones, and there's a particular drone that he wanted. I said, if this is what you want, buy what you want.
Right.
This you want to invest in yourself.
Right.
He didn't. I said, and get the warranty.
Get the warranty.
He never buys warranties.
Get the warranty.
This particular time, this drone got caught up in a tree while he was working for doing a wedding.
Right.
That warranty saved the day, and he ended with a brand new drone.
Right. But see, if not, then he would have to pay the cost.
If he'd have did it the way he wanted to do it, he would have been without a drone.
Right.
And he'd have been just ass out. Period.
You got to protect yourself. Protect your investments. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll see you next Wednesday, the first of the month. We'll talk about the business again. You know what I'm saying? We had that business conversation. Remember, the first Wednesday every month, right here on the Wjzz Cool Show, we're going to have that business conversation. We have a special guest, and we you know what I'm saying, we'll have that knowledge for you so you can grow your business and make money and be profitable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. I'm glad you was here. I know it was hot outside. You had your AC on watching it. Don't forget to tell your neighbor, cousin, uncle, sisters, dressers, dog keeper, that the Wjzz Cool Show is coming on every Wednesday at 5 p.m. right here on Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. It's right here with your man, Wjzz Covington, the best thing on the planet, baby, and your girl, Alpha. You know what I'm saying? We signing out. Talk to you next week. Hey, it was a lovely time. I had fun today, though. You know what I'm saying? Learn something new. It's always educational. You know
always
what I'm saying?
Educational.
Always educational. I'm always having fun, and I got to get them hair care products from you. So,
I brought them.
What I'm saying? Oh, you brought them? Let me see what it is then, God. Oh,
I didn't even I couldn't even listen. I couldn't even have time to put them in my other bags. I normally put them in.
Right.
That's the shampoo.
Oh, that's the shampoozy.
That's the deep conditioner.
Oh, this the deep conditioner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get it out the.
All right, the deep conditioner. What else? What else is over there?
We got here. This the leave-in, and then this is the oil. Yep, I had to invest. I had to buy barcodes. Look at that, we got barcodes on here. We ready to go.